I've known Sandra for a very long time, almost 15 years, plus minus almost 15 years. I've known her since 2013. I used to be a strong advocate of good governance in the state. I spoke against the then government of Rochas Okowacha. So I think Sandra reached out to me because of I was kind of one of the popular voices then in the state who spoke against the government, and we became friends. So it was within that period that she accused the then deputy governor of Imo State, Princess Amadumoye, of being homosexual. I think that was really what brought us together and all that. Then along the line, a lot of things happened. So within that period, um, I think I met her about 2 times, a total of 3 times, all those years. Met her 2 times. She came to Imo State, and once I went to her house in Lagos. I spent about 2 3 days in Lagos in her house, and I think that was within the period I found out that the allegations of against the former deputy governor didn't hold water. From 2013, 2014, we had issues. I blocked her on social media, and I blocked on Facebook from 2015 till 2019. So 2019, around that time, I was going through my block list and I saw names that of people I blocked, and I saw hers. I decided to unblock some of them. I unblocked her, and she came back, chatted me up, called me, sent me gifts. Then she was now in the United States. Since 2015, I cut off connection, but the connection started again in 2019. She sent me gifts. Then we became friends again, on and off over the years. Sometimes we'll quarrel. Since 2019 till date, sometimes we'll quarrel. She'll block me. After a while, she'll come back. She'll block me, come back. That's been our relationship since then till date. That's practically everything about Sandra, between her and Sandra. I can't hear you.
Thank you so much. So you can hear me now, right? Okay.
Yes, I can.
So a number of people may be wondering how you got into this case, but I also wanted to ask you, because when she released her audio, there was a particular picture, or let me say, there was a particular name that came up when she released her audio. Part of the things that she was, when she held her camera to the screen, there was a name that came up that time, and we also Obina. I don't know if you could see on the screen. Mazi Obina. Is that you? There's someone
Yes,
called.
that is me.
That is you. Okay. So what was your relationship with the issue on ground? How were you involved in the issue on ground?
About 3 weeks ago, she called me. About 2 weeks ago, I got 100,000 from somebody. I didn't know who the person was, so I started wondering who was this that sent me 100,000, and I saw her name as the description. So the next thing she called me, she said that was for I and the kids for our Easter, and I thanked her for the 100,000. Then about was this the same day or a few hours or the next day, she called me. I was like that she wanted me to do something for her. That she wanted me to do a job for her. I said, what was it? She said she needed a video editor.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you. The 100,000, was it on the 19th of April? Because you sent me a picture of a. Was it the one on 19th of April?
Yes, I think that should be the first transfer she sent to me. That should be
Okay.
yeah,
I put it on the screen. So it has your
yeah,
name as the receiver. I'm just putting this
yeah,
up as we are talking for people that may be asking.
yeah.
Also, the name Tade Nyawo, from the person that I interviewed 2 days ago, she mentioned Frances. She mentioned that this is the account that Sandra uses in Nigeria. Okay, so this is the evidence of the 100,000 naira payment. You can keep going.
So after the 100,000, she now told me that she wanted me to do a job for her, I said, okay, what was the job? She said she needed me to get her a video editor and a musician. So I told her I could do that, and I got her somebody, one of my guys who does video editing, also got a musician, and the video editor also promised to get somebody who would do a voiceover for a documentary. She said she wanted to do some documentaries. So she sent the scripts of the documentaries to me and told me to get the editor. The editor looked at it and said, okay, he could do it. He could deliver it within a day or two. She asked how much, and the editor said about 250,000. She sent in about 500,000. There she sent money both for the hotel that they go. She told me to pay for a hotel where they will stay. Gave me money to put them kind of like, oh yeah, take this, kind of like a dash and all that. So the editor started the work. The guy started the work, did the first production, did the voicing, and Sandra condemned the voicing. She didn't like the voicing. She said it was bad, and that she was working on a time frame, all that. Then she now said, okay, that she's going to call Frances Olisa Obonna, that she was going to call her to do the voicing. Now, Frances is somebody I know on social media, on Facebook. I've not met her before. In fact, it was Sandra that connected us some years back. And she called Frances. Frances came on board. She sent the script to Frances, and Frances did the voiceover, sent it back to both I and Sandra. Sandra listened to it and condemned it as well, that it wasn't right. Then that was when she now told me that she paid Francis 300,000 for the job. Then she now started demanding a refund from Francis, and they started having issues. I told Francis, if you have her money, that's how I work with Sandra. If I have a job for her and I've not delivered, just keep her money so I can refund. I don't want to holler. I told Francis, if you can refund. Francis said she has already paid the people who did the job. So Francis later refunded 50,000. I just tried to stay away from their matter, let them solve it themselves. Then my video editor was able to get somebody who did the voiceover, and we made the production for her, and that was the production she used on her Facebook pages about Senator NATASHA Akpoti Whistleblower.
Thank you so much. So I think now I'm going to start playing some of the audio that you have sent to me. I will still have you talk about them, but just in case some people are wondering, does he have any evidence of the things that he's been saying so far? Also, I have the screenshot of two different payments. There's a 200,000 naira payment. Does that have anything to do with the production that you have mentioned, so I can show that now, or is that
Yes,
coming later?
yes, the 200,000 has she didn't send me the screenshot of the first 500,000, but she sent me the screenshot of the 200,000. She kind of like said, okay, I should give the musician that she liked what he did, the musician, the editor, that she liked the job, kind of like I should give them to share and all that. So that was 200,000 she sent.
So the 200,000 was for the musicians, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to show the 200,000 evidence that you had sent now for those that may be wondering. So this is the 200,000 that he's talking about. And once again, it was sent to Obina from the same account that had allegedly sent money to Frances as well. So let me know whenever you need me to put up the other money that you are sending the screenshot as well. So, but for now, I'm going to play a voice that you are saying is the voice of Sandra. Some of the people in the comment section are already asking some questions like, why did you decide to come on the show? Like, why are you exposing this? Do you mind answering that first? And then I will play that audio.
I did. Growing up, I always wanted to be a lawyer, but I always believe lawyers lie against people. They will tell a lie against somebody, and that was one of the reasons why I did not become a lawyer, because I couldn't lie against somebody. I know this. If I know something is wrong, it's false, and I'll be like backing it up, and no, no, I couldn't do that. And when we started this, I honestly believed that Sandra was doing the right thing. Yeah, I believed it because I was a fan of Senator NATASHA Akpoti. When the whole thing started, I was a fan. I liked her. I followed her. I liked the whole thing. I was an advocate for her. Then Sandra now came up with this, and I believed that, wow, this could be true. But along the line, I started seeing, like, after the live video, after that, her live, I think that was when I started having a rethink, because a lot of things she was not saying out after that live, they just didn't track. They didn't track at all. I'm a father, I have 5 daughters. And I started thinking, what if this is my daughter, this thing is happening to? I started thinking all those things. And it was no longer becoming like exposing the truth. It was like becoming something darker, as if maybe a ploy to destroy Senator Akpoti, NATASHA, destroy her, send her to jail. Something, it was becoming too. I just wasn't comfortable with it anymore. I wasn't comfortable with it anymore. So I think that prompted me. When I saw Frances coming up to say the truth, at least say her mind, I thought that it would be right for me to also air what happened, say the truth, expose what happened between I and Sandra. I know there'll be consequences. I don't care. Let me just say what happened. I think that is what made me to come out and speak out today. I can't sit by and watch somebody being slandered, blackmailed, or lied against, manipulated, and I keep quiet and condone it. Even if you're paying me, I don't think I can do that. I didn't do that in doing as a culture's regime. I won't do that now, no matter what.
And you are willing to cooperate with the security forces in case they invite you?
I'm very willing. I'm very, very willing to cooperate with anybody. I have nothing to hide. I'm extremely willing to cooperate with anybody. I have nothing to hide. First of all, the job was a professional job. They called on us to do it professionally, and we did a professional job. So we didn't commit any crime. Now, if the security agencies need scripts and all those things from me, we provide to them. They look at it, they give the audio, which I will provide to you, I'll provide to anybody, to the full audio she sent to me. Let them run forensic checks on it, experts go through it, and if they find it to be authentic, then fine. But if they find it to be false, maybe doctored or anything, let them do what they want to do with it. But I'm ready to cooperate with anybody. I'm open to cooperate with anybody, yes.
And the main thing that she hired you for was to come up with a song.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand the main things that she hired you for.
She hired for the documentaries. The documentaries are to be 2 documentaries.
Okay.
Then musicals. She had the script for the musicals. So the musician now performed them in several stages, performed the songs in several stages, several musicals. Then the documentaries, from the script she wrote for the documentary, produced the documentary, did the voiceover for it with her script. Then the musicals, we also turned them into music videos. Sorry about that. So that was just what we did for her.
So I'm going to play one of the audio that you had sent, and then let's talk about that.
Okay.
All of them are nice. If you check the script, there are about 4 verses, if I'm not mistaken. And the 4 you gave me have 4 different messages in them. The first one it carried a different message. The second one carried another message. The third one, that was where they now mentioned the Umoran girl that she accused that they killed and used her kidney. The fourth one mentioned another incident. So I think that they did them in 4 different distance. So there's none to choose and leave the other, because I want everything written down to be mentioned. So, except they want to do 4 different versions that will be releasing one at a time. So I will have the first one, Latasha 1, Latasha 2, Latasha 3, Latasha 4. Or call the other one Latasha Jezebel, Latasha Potiphar's wife, Latasha. We'll just find a name for the 4 of them since there are 4 different types of characters we're giving her. So one can be Latasha Jezebel, Latasha Delilah, Latasha Potiphar, Latasha Atalaila, that kind of a thing. So that will make the 4 different ones where the 4 different issues will be mentioned. But 4 of them I like. 4 of them are good the way they came in. But there's something that I actually wanted the intro to have that I discussed with you earlier, where that her voice, you remember, where she said, that place I told you she was laughing, that she said she sent Obio Ezekwesili. We'll cut it from the place she said, yes, I sent Obio Ezekwesili and the feeder people to go there and deliberately disrupt the committee sitting. And she will laugh, ha, ha, ha. Then we're not launching. You see, that one, we're launching that one. Then we'll not take where she said, this injustice will not be substantiated. I mean, no, this injustice will not be sustained. We'll not say, yes, we hear you, madam. This your injustice of using public sympathy and lying will not be sustained. They will not start that one. Then the other one again, we'll look for what she said in one of the things where she was laughing that she will marry again. We'll take that her voice there. With the other one again, we'll take where she was talking about Patoranki, or somebody where she mentioned all those her lies there. That's what I'm saying. Her voice will be on all the intros. The other one will not be where she's talking about Umoren. We'll take it from where her mouth mentioned Umoren. Okay, where she mentioned Umoren and that Umoren was killed and blah blah blah. Later after that, they said, Latasha. Boom, we're moving. So let me shower and take 30 minutes nap. Then I'll join you people again. Obi, all these complaints you're giving me now.
Okay. What in the world was that? First of all, a lot of people will ask, how do we know that is truly the voice of Sandra? Because part of this case is that there's an allegation that she doctored the voice of Senator NATASHA. So now, how do I know that the voice you sent to me is truly the voice of Sandra, that it was also not doctored?
Well, I sent you some screenshots of some audio voice notes she sends to me. I could even play them from my phone. I can boost the screen so people can see her phone number. Where
the images like I talk, so that people can see that it's part of a WhatsApp conversation, yes, right? Okay, so
yes, I can bring them to where some things and play them. To show that this is coming from. It's not.
Yeah, I can put it up. I just make sure that your account number is not visible and all that. So I can put that up as you're talking. So you are telling us that truly this is the voice of Sandra Duru.
Yes, you can even compare the voice there and the voice on her live. You can compare. There's no doctrine. I don't know how to do voice cloning. I don't know those ones. So
your own job was not voice cloning. Your own job was the production of the documentary and the songs.
Strictly, I don't know how to clone somebody's voice. I'm not interested in cloning somebody's voice. That is cloning somebody's voice. That is using somebody to tell a lie against her. I can't do that, and that is actually why I'm on this show, because I cannot condone lies. That's it.
Okay. So I will let you talk to us about what we just listened to. But real quick, when she kept saying Latasha, she was actually saying lie, L-I-E, Latasha, right? So she was saying Latasha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I want you to tell me what we just listened to. And while you are saying that, I want to know how many people are in your team. Like, is this a big team? Is this just you? And I'm also going to put up a picture of where we could see the what's it called, the WhatsApp messages that you guys exchanged showing the voice notes. So that's just one of several voice notes that I will be playing, by the way, guys. So this is the screenshot where we see the voice notes that she allegedly sent to you. So
Yeah.
okay, awesome. All right. So let me allow you. What did we just listen to? Why this? Is there like what's happening? There's this Jezebel, there's a Pharaoh, I mean Potiphar. What's that?
Actually, those are part of the script she wrote and sent to us. These are the script we were supposed to turn into a musical for her, where there was a mention of
Oh,
Jesus, Nasha, all those things. It's part of the script. I think I sent all that to you as well. I think,
the
yeah, it
script.
should be. So there was a script she had written. So she wanted the musician to perform the script. So the musician couldn't just perform the whole that her script the way she did it verbatim. You had to now break them down into stages to be able to make something meaningful out of the song that she wanted. So that was why she now was now like maybe they break it into like Tasha one, like Tasha something like that.
I see. Okay. So she contacted you to do this, and now she's saying that she wants her to be painted in this particular way, like
Yeah,
Jezebel, like
yeah.
Potiphar's wife. Like, okay,
The
so
script is all there. You see it for yourself. The scripts are all there. She sent us a script. This is what she wanted, and she gave us a job. It's just like a typist. You tell the typist type this for me. He does it and gives you your job. You pay us professionally. We render your job for you, and that was just what we did. And
okay, so
my team. We asked about my team.
yes,
With about three of us. I'm kind of like I supervise them. Have my videographer who does the video editing and everything. He does if drones and everything. He does all that. So he does all the video editing for me. I have the musician. He does all the singing and all that. But that sometimes I also use the musician. He's also good in computers. He also does editing when my editor is not around.
okay.
You can see that.
This is part of the script. Opening scene: dramatic instrumental music with Nigeria's flag waving.
Yeah.
We brought Nigeria flag into this matter. This is very serious something.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just one of the scripts that you had sent to me. Interesting. This is another one that you are sent. Like Tasha, the symphony of the seat. When Jezebel speaks, truth bleeds, but justice will roar like thunder. Oh wow, she went all in.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to play another. By the way, he sent me several screenshots of the alleged script. So I'm going to play another of the audios that you had sent to me, and then I would want you to explain to us what is happening. By the way, for those who may not know, there's actually a song out there. At least I've listened to one called Tasha. So there's a song that was released actually, right? She actually released it,
Yes.
right? She
Yeah,
did.
yeah, and yeah, at the time, there was a time she told us this is her property, and we're not going to claim ownership of it, and we're not interested in claiming ownership of it. Claiming ownership of it makes us party to what she was doing, so we're okay with it. Our own is just to get the job done, and she said this is her. She get it copyrighted, and it's her own. She claimed ownership of it. In one of the audios, you see where she said that somebody's logo was showing there, and that she didn't want the person's logo before somebody would claim ownership of that. It's strictly hers, and that's it. She said it in one of the audios I sent to you.
So I'm
Yes.
I'm going to play another of the audio that you sent to me, but just real quick, I'm wondering, did she send you any audio of the senator to work with?
Which of the senators?
Senator Natasha.
Yeah, she sent me. I think that should be about 8 to 10 minutes audio. She claimed it was a call between herself and the senator, and that was where she will now give us directives on where to cut from that audio, we how to use it on the documentary. Like for instance, that's the part you just saw. You listen where you listen to that when she said where we cut from the OBS Equestrian issue. and where to stop and all that. You listen to her say that. So she
So
gave instructions.
the audio that you listened to, was there any point in time that the senator said that there was no sexual harassment, that she made it up?
Nope, never had it. Nowhere. Nowhere. I can furnish you the full audio. You listen to it. It was not there.
I think
That's
it
a
would be
Google.
good if you
That is,
actually send us the full audio.
I will. That is if a full audio was actually the senator speaking. I now stand on. I'm no longer sure what to believe.
Okay. So, and in this audio that she sent to you, was there any point in time that the senator said that Yoruba government will not stand?
No. I did
Yes.
nothing like that. I would have, these are some of the things that made me decide to do this. These are some of the things that made me decide to do this. Because when I watched that live video and I saw some of these allegations, guy, I started wondering what's going on. What is this? What is happening? Now, for instance, telling us that the senator made such allegations against you, we are kind of like, it's treasonous against the Yoruba government. You're no longer you're no longer being like you're saying the truth. Maybe you are like you have something out for this woman. You want to kill this woman or what? You want her to be arrested? What do you want? That was some of the things I saw that really, it didn't sit right with me anymore. In the audio tape which I'll furnish to you, there was no mention of Yoruba government. This virtually everything I was hearing on the live, none was there. None of all this was there. Unless there's another audio she will bring for us later and tell us that this were where they were not there. And okay, even on that live, because I was expecting her that okay, since she was making these allegations, maybe she play those audio for us in the during the live, so that people will hear them. She didn't play them. These are some of the things I saw that really changed the narrative for me. Honestly, I sat back, I thought about it, and I just couldn't continue.
So you don't know whether or not that audio was real, whether or not it's truly the senator, and there's no way for you to.
Personally,
Is it true?
personally, I cannot verify. You said?
I was wondering, is the audio real voice of the senator? And
I do allow right now. I don't even know if I believe the audio to be real. What I just hope is that if the security operatives, the DSS, the police, anyone that wants the audio and I give it to them, maybe they can now analyze the recording and decide whether the audio recordings are real or not. If the recordings
so
are real, fine. If it's not real, they will decide. They have apps and equipment they can use to check it to find out whether this. Yes.
okay, so I'm going to play another of the audio that you have sent to me, but I'm just wondering real quick, do you know who wrote the script for Sandra, or do you think she wrote the script by herself?
Sandra is very, very intelligent. She can do that. She's very, very intelligent. You don't take that away from her. She can write the scripts, and I think she wrote the scripts herself. Actually, she told me that she wrote the scripts herself, that she did it herself. Not that she told me so. So I think
So
she did it. Yeah.
do you know if anyone is sponsoring Sandra? I'm just curious.
I cannot say somebody is sponsoring her because I'm not very sure there, but I cannot tell you that during our conversation she kept mentioning number one, number three. There's a conversation she was like say that number one, and for my deduction of what number one meant, maybe she was talking about Mr. President and maybe number three being the Senate President. That number one and number three talked to that. There's something she told me that they talked to Governor Hope Uzodinma that she's the next governor of Imo State, things like that. So she always mentions number one, number two. That is the Senate President, and sometimes you say the president's wife backing what she's doing, things like that. She wasn't very definite about it, but she gave all the hints that these people were backing her in what she was doing. The number one and number three, and the number one.
Those are some serious allegations, by the way.
And that the governor of Imo State has been giving marching orders that she's the next governor of Imo State. I was to be the chief of staff.
Wait, hold up. So she's saying that they promised to make her governor of Imo State. That's why she's doing this, and she would make you her chief of staff if she becomes governor.
Yes. I have evidence. I have people to back all that. Back all that up. I have people to back all that.
This is interesting. Okay, let me play the second audio, and then you tell us what happened there.
Yeah.
Obi, all these complaints you're giving me now, he be around 2 days. How will he be around? Obi, all these complaints you're giving me now, he be around 2 days. How will he be around 2 days? We discussed it from the onset. I already know that when you get here, Mama, he be around since Nigeria. I haven't slept. I told you my plans. All when I have what I give openly. Now, sorry, they cannot achieve it at the time given to me. I would have made a new plan and walked away peacefully. I told me get ceremony. I like Madogwami here audio town. Oh yeah, madam, to call for out that morning. Yeah, was ready to do whatever we could do to get these things done. But now I was in Monyara. Now was the one in the picky phone. He now what I'm work all day. The guy is not 250 because of the urgency of the job. That's 11 a.m. the next day. And I'm getting with you. I didn't get it. I explained my plight to you. Wagi, time I'm not thinking what is going on so that I can program myself. We spoke again last night. Now this morning, I'm rubbish. I want to hear Wagi like that. I didn't see anything. Time I'm wasting. I'm going to somewhere else. You know, no, they had there just no na Lagos. The children had said, okay, don't worry, I got Easter Sunday, I got Pata Monday. We children had there on Monday. Jen change their flight only once. I'm getting they change their flight from 12 o'clock to Nabalita. This is so bad now. No to terminate I'm going to do visual. Now documentary and got ready. Chair when I home here, this is latest 11 again. I home here, about 4 o'clock. I hope them documentary. Documentary. If you can't give me, tell me what is going on. Let's move. Let me just go away, please. I can.
Okay. She sounded really upset that you didn't deliver something. I did not understand half of what she said. And for those of us that don't speak Igbo language, do you mind explaining to us what's happening here? What's the context?
Okay. My videographer told her he would produce the job in a record time. I think he said within 24 hours or 48 hours. But due to some challenges, and at the time the videographers, they were, in a way, when I said they were kind of not very comfortable with the whole job, and was it a deliberate act to stall it? Because it took for some time, for almost a week. The job dragged, and it's a job that I know they could have done in a day. And they practically stalled it because at the time she told us she was coming on a TVC, and at TVC were waiting to interview her. That even I was being prepped to speak on TVC on the whole NATASHA Akpoti issue. Well, she told us she was coming on TVC. I don't think TVC really told her that they would interview her. So, due to the delay, she claimed we didn't meet up with the TVC interview and all that. So she was just upset that we didn't deliver on time, that what we gave her was rubbish, it wasn't good, that she could go get somebody else. At the time, she even offered to fly in somebody. At the time, I was like, she could do what she wanted, what she felt good about doing. That was part of the time she brought in Francis, when she condemned some of the things we did that they were not good, that the voicing was not good. Meaning several things that I now brought in Francis to do the job. Francis did it. She started screaming again. They weren't good, and all that. So that was practically what happened around that. Most of those things she spoke in Igbo. She was angry. She, instead of English, she went down to Igbo and all that. So that was why maybe you wouldn't understand what she was saying.
Okay. So let me play the next one. This is getting interesting. Let me play the next one, and then you tell us what happened there as well.
I cannot use this you have sent to me. It has other people's logos on them embedded on them. And it's not 500 naira. It's 500 million. I cannot use this. Please, I cannot use this. I can't use this. Because I can't use this. And it started the voice over or voice note. Obviously, his name did not enter there. So what are you talking about? What is all this? Please, let me give this job to somebody else. I beg you in the name of God Almighty. Or I get a professional that will come there, direct this thing, do the voiceover, sit there, or I move your boys to somewhere else in Enugu and get this thing done in a day. Please, this is not coming out well. The voiceover is not ready. I can't use this video. Those people that their thing is showing there, imagine the logo of the YouTuber showing there. No, I can't use it. I beg of you. And when she talked, she started, I sent Obia Wesley and Fida. That area didn't come out in this thing. So this is rubbish as long as I'm concerned. Please, please, and please. Everything else.
Okay, she's sounding really upset. What did you give to her, and why is she sending this that is not to? And she said something 500 million, not 500 naira. What is 500 million?
So that was the musician. The musician was performing and kind of like said 500 was it 500 naira or so. It was saying something about 500 naira about this in her script. She said something about Senator NATASHA being offered 500 million naira to I think maybe have a relationship with the Senate president or whatever. I think it's in her script that Senator NATASHA probably claimed that 500 million was offered to her, so that she was lying, something like that. It's in the audio. It's in the recording that she made. That is the voice recording, the musical that was produced for her. It's all there. So she said that the musician did not get 500 million. They said 500 naira. So she wanted it to be changed. Then, like I told you the other time, she was complaining that other people's logos were in the video. She didn't want other people's logos, but she wanted it to be her production.
Okay. So now she's really upset. She said that the quality of the job that you gave her is not what she wants. Okay. Let me quickly play the other audio, and then we'll talk about the screenshots that you had sent to me as well. For someone asking in the comment section whether he could send the script, I've actually posted some of the script, and part of the script that he's talking about, I'm deliberately not posting it because it was making reference to like some sexual scene, kind of some sexual something anyway. So I don't want you to flagging us. Although it's text, so maybe I'll still post it again. But let's listen to the next audio, and then you tell us what is happening there.
I cannot use this.
Okay, listen to that one. Sorry.
None was put into consideration. Everything I've said, none was put into consideration. Now, what do you want me to do? And the thing is not coming the way it should be. I could have put music. This thing, a documentary. Naga. Now gonna put a gadikasiku. When you get where here, mother get logo, the power this, power that. What nonsense is that? I wrote my script. I paid for the job. It's my job. Why are they putting that power, this and that, all those emblems there? And channels here have put there. Fine, that one on here with channels. When somebody come and say it's their own, there are things to be put into consideration. If we can't get the one name, I get what their logo. I try to say me. I'm not getting power this that there are those emblems and power. It doesn't make sense to me. And it's not 500 naira. I've corrected that more than 4 times. This is a careless job. There's no commitment in this thing. We can go I need result, not excuses. Nobody's taking my call. I know he should not put a guy the way I want it. And I have been so patient. I've run out of patience. I can't just be quiet anymore. It's a picking my call. How will you now know what I want to say to you? I got them somewhere else. Arrange another professional. If your boys can move in there, let them move in there. The person can direct it without giving me excuses. Jaka mero wa mi him. Marco Namga cancel flight. Mana waste. Tell me go enough. And now I'll get pick again. Call you need to map not correct in your putaga like that. Eh? Ezekwesili's name I put name back. When you from a boss, I sent Ezekwesili and figure lawyers and blah 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 to a Bobby Rachiziochi. I said it is there, you have it. How do you expect me to use this? If you call back to music, I said, nyamo the other one, documentary. Documentary when he should not voice over rubbish. How them can get me somewhere else? No.
Okay. Thank you so much. What is Yemo first and foremost? Like, she sounds really upset again. What happened in this conversation?
It's still the same thing that the time we were meeting the time and what we were producing wasn't meeting up to what she wanted. She got very, very upset and wanted to even, like you said, she wanted to even bring in a professional or take my boys to somewhere that they will get the job done. She claimed she was in the country and she had to reschedule her flights severally just to meet up. That the people who were there are people waiting for her to deliver, and she mentioned the people anyway. Even it's not in that year that the people are looking up to her to produce, and that we are delaying her and all that. That was just what she was getting angry about and upset.
Like give me, right? Like give me.
Maybe give her one of either documentary, musical. Just give her something she can present, something she can work with.
Okay, so I'll play one more, and then we'll go into the screenshots of your messages with her.
Obina, this voice is not flying. We don't want this voice, period. This voice is not good for it. And that thing showing CapCut there, I don't need it. It's not what I want. Please. This is poor, low standard, not of any form of standards at all. That voice is not what I want. That voice is not going. I don't want it. It's not the kind, it's not professional. And that video showing CapCut and all those things, no, please, no.
Is that still Sandra? And is it still about the quality of the job you've done?
Yes, the quality. Second, that she doesn't the CapCut. She doesn't want any logo there aside from her logo. That is to claim ownership of her property, because, like you listened previously, she said she paid for a job. It is her job.
Okay. All right. Let's listen to this one. Let's listen to this one.
See, no. Don't tell me you made that kind of transfer. It's not true. I don't even want to talk now. This is way too much now. No, let me come and speak to my boys now. Crazy. Everybody's going to go crazy now. Wow. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I didn't expect that. Thank you. I'll still talk to you. I can't buy my card. That other angle, I take here the matter, like the women thing. Yeah. So that it shouldn't just be like it's you. By the time people are like, women group will take the updates, and they are now insisting that.
Okay, whose voice is that?
I think that should be this the woman that was on channels. Obi she should be something in Ndukwe, yeah, I think.
Okay.
After her live, the lady came on
This
channels.
woman was on Channels TV saying that the senator should back up her claims with evidence and stuff like that, and that Nigerians were manipulated to believe that believe Natasha's lies. She was on Channels TV saying that. So
when I told her, see, your live is on channel, then I haven't even finished the live there. I just saw it. I sent her the link for the live when she asked me for the link. Then I listened to what the woman said. I said, this woman did well for you. She protected your this. She was like, the woman was her person, something like that. Maybe practically she sent me a screenshot where you can see in the screenshot the woman's name was listed as a contact, Then she now sent me the. Like I tell you, Sandra records every call. Oh, okay, I haven't told you that, but you should have known by now. This first is it. Sandra records every call. If you're speaking with Sandra, and she even said it on her wall. If you go to her wall, she will warn you that all your calls are recorded. If you call Professor Wake, if you call Sandra Duru, all calls are recorded. So, probably when the woman was speaking, it was recorded. She now sent me the recording, and probably that is from what the woman was saying. It seemed like the woman received something, a kind of maybe some money, and she was now thanking Sandra for the money. I was now telling her the next angle they were going to go to approach the case with, something like that. She was explaining in that video.
Okay, so I have a screenshot, part of what you sent to me, where she allegedly said that this woman is on a team. This is another major allegation, by the way, and I'm pretty sure that that woman would also get to know about this interview. So from what you're alleging now, you're saying that she probably paid this woman that went on Channels TV to speak against the senator, because the audio that you sent that I just played is this woman allegedly thanking Sandra for the money that she sent to her.
Yes, the whole thing is in my phone, and they're too old now to be deleted from both sides. So anytime the police or DSS or anybody needs it, they can come and take up my phone, go to it and pick up.
If you guys can see right in the middle, she said she is on my media team. And what you may not see is she had sent like a screenshot. Allegedly, Sandra sent a screenshot of her conversation with this woman, Obi, who was on Channels TV, Obi Unduke. So it looks like Auntie Sandra took a screenshot of her conversation with her, sent it to Obina, and she put at the end, at the bottom of that, she is on my media team. She wrote media team, right? I think she's trying to write media team. So yes, so this is what you just referred to. Okay. So do you know whether or not this woman has any relationship with the Senate President Akpabio at all? Has she implied? I know you said she mentioned number one, number three, but do you know if the Senate President may have anything to do with this?
I cannot confirm that.
Okay. Okay, and what do you think that Sandra is trying to gain in all of this, in case she's successful in getting people to believe the video that she released? Because she sounded really personal in her live video. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, actually, to be frank with you, I don't really know her end game, to be frank with you. And that is what's really confusing me. We came out to do this because we believe she was telling the truth, that she was after the truth. That's what we came out believing, that this was for the truth, not for any other reason, personal or otherwise. So
Hi, you okay?
to tell that I know what her end game is.
So you don't know what her end game is. Okay. So I want to
going to become the next governor of Imo State, and
okay, let me go over some of the screenshots that you had sent. It looks like you stopped picking up a call or something. Obina, please pick up your phone. I have made a new arrangement for my job. And then you sent her a voice note and a project. And then she sent you voice note. Is there anything else do you want us to know about this particular screenshot?
I think those screenshots are to buttress some of the voice notes you played. Because yes, when we send a voice, she will condemn. She will condemn, and now send a voice note to shout and condemn what we did and all that.
Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure that I go through all the evidence that you had sent me. So this is another screenshot, and it looks like she's also talking to you about the lady that I interviewed 2 days ago, Frances, because she put a screenshot here saying that I have not received my payment, Frances.
Yeah, that's when she was getting angry with Francis not to refunding her money.
Okay. Okay.
She said she wanted Francis to refund the 300,000, and that was when she was angry. So she was calling me to want Francis to refund her money, things like that. So I think that
Okay.
was that screen. That was what the screenshot is about.
Okay. So also let me upload this one so people can see. So the first time that she sent you the 100,000 that you mentioned at the beginning, there's a screenshot that says, "Can I still use this account for the kids?" So I wanted to upload that, but your account is short, so that's why I'm not uploading. And then she sent the money and said, "Happy Easter to my children."
That
So
was the
approach
that
you.
was the first,
She
that
wasn't.
was the first
Go ahead. Go ahead.
money she sent to me. That was the 100,000 she sent for Easter. She was like that. It was like a gift for Easter. She also sent 100,000 to Francis for Easter. That was aside from the 300,000 she paid Francis. She told me she sent 100,000 to Francis for Easter. She sent to me 100,000 for Easter. Then that was before she now told me that she had a job for me.
So this was before telling you her intention. She just sent you money for the kids
Yes,
for Easter.
yes.
Okay. I know we showed the receipt of that 100,000. We also showed the receipt of 200,000. This one, once again, is showing the evidence that she allegedly paid Frances, and Frances said that she refunded her. And so this is, and here it's saying, "Tell this girl to refund my 300K."
People, let us not just be, watching too much of this. The main thing here is that Godswill Akpabio has been exposed. Sandra Duru paid the sum of 2.5 million naira to this Mazi Obina just for him to be able to defame Senator NATASHA Akpoti Whistleblower. This is an audio release, evidences, charts, transactions, evidences are all in this video. What is your opinion? Feel free to drop it in the comment section.